Good evening, sleepless wanderers, veil walkers. If you've stumbled onto this frequency for the first time, welcome. And if you've walked the veil with me before, it's good to have you back. This signal drifts in when the night is restless, when the static bends and another world presses close. On nights like this, I share what most prefer left unspoken. Ghost stories carved deep into the heart of a city. And tonight, the broadcast lands in Tokyo, where our first tale waits in the shadows. Yotsuya Kaidan.
Konnichiwa, or perhaps I should say, konbanwa. Good evening, to those who wander the streets of Tokyo, and to those who linger beyond them. Allow me to share with you a tale that the living whisper and the spirits remember. It is the story of Oiwa-sama, Lady Oiwa. Her name is spoken with care, for to forget respect is to invite misfortune. And so we begin where all tragedies do, not with death, but with love misplaced. And the time of Edo, when this city was called Edo and lanterns swayed in the night breeze, Oiwa lived with her husband, a ronin named Iemon. Their life was humble, but Oiwa's heart was loyal. She trusted him, as a wife should trust her husband. Shinjiru, to believe. But in Iemon's heart grew something darker. Ambition, greed, a hunger no devotion could soothe. When the daughter of a wealthy family caught his eye, Oiwa became an obstacle, one he decided to remove. So a poison was placed in her medicine. She drank, believing it would heal her, but instead, her skin blistered, her eyes sagged. Her beauty, once admired, became her torment. And when she saw her reflection in polished steel, she knew, kawaii, terrifying, she had been betrayed. But betrayal does not end with a broken heart. It spreads until it consumes both the betrayed and the betrayer. Delirious with pain, Oiwa reached for a sword. Her hand shook, her body weak. She stumbled, and the blade cut deep. Her life ended there, in the house where she once dreamed of happiness. But death was not her silence. For on Iemon's wedding night, when he lifted the veil of his new bride, he saw not her face. It was Oiwa, her ruined eye, her blistered skin, her lips curled into a smile that was no blessing, but a curse. He screamed and struck with his sword, and when the veil fell, his bride lay lifeless at his feet. Death should have ended her story, but Oiwa's grief had become rage, and rage does not rest. Oiwa haunted him without mercy. Her hair spilled from the rafters like rivers of night. Her face swelled in lantern flames. Her whisper brushed against his ear, Iemon. Wherever he turned, she waited. Madness consumed him. He struck at phantoms, at shadows, at allies he mistook for her spectre. His sword dripped with innocent blood. And still, she remained. Some ghosts fade with time, but Oiwa's story only deepened, woven into ritual and fear. Actors who perform Yotsuya Kaidan, the tale of Yotsuya, still visit her shrine. They bow, they pray, they leave offerings of flowers and incense. Why? Because to forget is dangerous. Accidents, illness, sudden death, all are said to be her punishment, her jealousy made manifest. Even today in Neon Tokyo, whispers persist. Taxi drivers speak of vanishing passengers. Visitors feel unseen hands press upon their shoulders. Some hear weeping in alleys where no living soul stands. The skyscrapers rise, the trains thunder, but her presence does not leave, because betrayal leaves a stain, and some stains bleed forever. And now you know her story, but knowing is not the same as being safe. So when you walk in Yotsuya, remember, if a lantern flickers when no wind blows, if the night air grows heavy around you, if you hear weeping where there should be none, it may be Oiwa-sama, At her shrine, bow your head, whisper her name with respect, Oiwa-sama, and never speak her tale without reverence, because she listens still.
And so, sleepless wanderers, veil walkers, the tale of Oiwa-sama has passed through the signal tonight. You have walked with me through the alleys of Yotsuya, felt the weight of betrayal, and heard the echo of a voice that will not be silenced. If this is your first time stumbling across this frequency, know that the veil opens only rarely and never by accident. And for those who have returned, you know by now that the signal always finds its way back to you. Tonight, Tokyo's neon flickers against ancient shadows. Tomorrow, another city may bleed through, another ghost, another truth whispered where the living and the lost share the same streets. But until then, be cautious. When you lay your head down, if the air grows too still, if a shadow lingers too long, if you hear a whisper where no voice should be, remember this. The veil does not always close as tightly as we wish. This has been the Tokyo signal, and I'll see you again, sleepless wanderers, veil walkers across the veil.